Hello students, welcome to Standard 9 Mathematics Chapter 5 Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. This is lecture number 9. In last lecture we have started exercise 5.1 question 1. We have seen of the type the state true or false type the question was, and with the reason we have given answer. Now we have the question number 2 here. Continue exercise 5.1 question number 2. Give a definition for each of the following terms. Are there other terms that need to be defined first? What are they, and define them. So 5 terms you are given in your question. Parallel lines, second perpendicular lines, third line segment, fourth radius of circle, and fifth square. So the question is to define these 5 terms. Are there any other terms which need to be defined first? So first we have to define that terms which will be used in these definitions. This means. So here in solution we have done that first. To define the above terms, these 5 terms, we need to be defined the following terms first. Which points? Which terms we have to define first? Point, line, plane, ray, angle, circle, and quadrilateral. At least these terms we have to define first before giving the definition of these 5. So students, you are suggested when you are seeing this lecture, as you can see the whole question number 2 covers the whole board, and if you find some small letters and it is difficult to read it, the zoom you can do in zoom video you will see, and one portion you can see this zoom out zoom in option you have in video, that is suggestible here and advised to you to use that, because the same question in one time we have to finish, so I have done this way. Okay, that was the technical part that you can see this way. Headphone used to hear and zoom in zoom out type have actually zoom the video and you can see all the letters, all the words very clearly. Okay, or you can see these videos on big screen, connecting to the big screen like TV or computer. Connect this and in that you will see very clear. Okay, these are the technical points. Now, which terms needed to define first? These 5. To define the above terms, we need to be define the following terms first. The point. As we know that, as we have seen in the chapter also, a point has no dimension. Means it has no length, no breadth, no height, anything that doesn't have. It has only a position. A dot. When you want to show the point, you put a dot this way and you give the name, some alphabet name like A, given the name of this dot. With a sharp pencil, if you make a sign, it will give an idea about it. It is not a point actually, because point has no measure, point has no dimension. So only to get the idea about what will be the point is, we represent it by dot. It is only an idea. It's not a point actually. Okay. Actually the point is a position and it has no length. Next is line. A straight line can be extended indefinitely on both the directions that we have seen in the postulate. This way we show the line having 2 points A, P and Q, and in both the sides it is extending. No limit. Indefinitely it can extend. This is the line definition and with the figure. Plane. What is plane? Plane is a smooth surface. It may be a sheet of paper, maybe the you can say this surface of the board is a plane. It's a smooth surface and its dimension is 2. Why its dimension is 2? Because the plane will always have some length and some breadth also. The 2 way of measuring it has. So the plane is a smooth surface and its dimension is 2. Ray. A part of line which has only one endpoint A and contains the point B. See, this is the line we have defined. Both the sides endless, but it has one end here, A. It ends here, and the other side it will not end. Means it is a part of a line. So that is a part of a line which has only one endpoint as A. It has one endpoint A and contains the point B, but no other endpoint. So it is extending on one direction. Next, angle. An angle is a union of two non-collinear rays with common initial point. So two rays we have shown here, one of the AB ray and the other one is AC ray. These two rays are non-collinear because they are not on the one line. Non-collinear rays are there. They have a common initial point A. Their common initial point is A. So you can see between the two rays which are non-collinear having one common endpoint, some angle is made by the union of these two rays. So it is an angle is a union of two non-collinear rays with a common initial point. So here angle CAB is made by the union of ray AC and AB, which are non-collinear having a common point P. Next is circle. A circle is the set of all the points in a plane whose distance from a fixed point remains constant. To draw the circle, what we do? We take some center, some fixed point. This O is a fixed point here, and we take some radius. By rounder, you take some length and put your rounder on the plane, and you draw the circle. Means from that fixed point, the circles, all the points are on the fixed distance. So this fixed point is called center, and this all the points set is called circle. So once again, a circle is the set of all the points in a plane whose distance from a fixed point, like here from O point, remains constant. So if you see any point of the circle to this fixed point, the distance will be always constant. So this is a circle definition. Next definition is quadrilateral, a closed figure made of 4 line segments. 4 line segments, if we join them together, the closed figure if we make, it is called quadrilateral. You can see AB, BC, CD and AD. 4 line segments we have, and they are joined together so that the closed figure we obtain. This is called a quadrilateral. Now we will define one by one all 5 terms. So first of all, the parallel lines we have. So parallel lines, when the lines are called parallel, if the perpendicular distance between the two lines is always constant, in other words, the lines which never intersect each other are called parallel lines. By figure we have shown here, L and M are called parallel lines. Why? Because perpendicular distance, this is perpendicular distance I have shown, is always constant. Suppose this is 2 cm, this will also 2 cm, 2 cm, 2 cm. Between these two lines, the perpendicular distance is always a constant, and you can see both the lines are will never intersect if this happens. Okay? Like railway tracks, they are going parallel, but they never intersect each other. So the lines which never intersect each other, these two lines are called parallel lines. So you think about to define this parallel lines, which terms were used. So terms were used: perpendicular distance. What is called perpendicular distance? That type of term is used. We should know about what is perpendicular distance. So here we have shown the perpendicular distance, and intersection. About that we have to understand. That also we can understand that if this line and this line will crossing each other, then there will be the intersection, but this will not happen here. So it is this L and M lines are called parallel lines. Next we have perpendicular lines. If two lines intersect each other at 90 degrees, then they are perpendicular lines. By figure we can show, this is the L line, this is the M line. Two lines are there, they are intersecting each other at this point. We can give this as a one name. Suppose both the lines are intersecting each other at point P. They are intersecting and there they are making 90 degree to each other. So this happens if two lines intersecting each other at 90 degree angle, then these two lines are called perpendicular lines. Again, which terms are used here to define this perpendicular lines? Intersection again. This is called intersection. If they are both the lines are crossing over a point, so P is the intersection point. And 90 degree angle, about angle, we have done the definition. That term is required. So intersection and angle, these terms required to define this perpendicular lines, and we have defined. Third, we have line segment. A part of line which has both the endpoints on both the sides. Again, the line we have defined here, PQ as the line, both the sides extending on independently. But if we end on both the sides, if one side end, it is called ray. If both the side end, it is called line segment. So a part of line, this is a part of line which has both the endpoints P and Q. Both the endpoints are there, no extending both the sides, then it is called line segment. Here which points are required? The point word is required to be defined. So we have given the definition there. Endpoints in ray we have defined. Line, that is defined. This type of these are required to define this line segment. Radius of a circle, the next we have fourth. It is the distance. What is radius of circle? It is the distance. Which distance it is? It is between the distance between the center to any point lying on the circle. Like the circle I have drawn here with the fixed point O, it is called center, and this A point is of any point on the circle. So if I measure the distance from O to A, this distance from O to A is the distance between center to any point of the circle, then it is called radius. To define this radius of a circle, which terms needed? Distance, center in circle we have defined actually, the fixed point is called center, and circle word also, circle term also we need, so that is also defined here. Point word, about that we should know, so that is defined here. So these are the terms which are required to define the radius of circle, and this is the definition of radius of a circle, that is, it is the distance between the center to any point lying on the circle. Next we have square. A square is a quadrilateral having all the sides of equal length and all the angles of equal measure, that is 90 degree. So this is the square is shown here. You can see that it is a quadrilateral. For this, the quadrilateral word is required, term is required, that we have defined. The angle, about that we should know, that is defined here, right? Sides, you can understand sides, the line segment type, that we can understand. So this is the square. Why this is a square? Because it is a quadrilateral first, so it will have four sides, and all four sides are of equal length. We have shown this way. AB, BC, CD and AD, all four sides are of equal length, and all four angles are of 90 degree. So that's why it is called a square. Again, a square is a quadrilateral having all the sides equal length, AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to AD, and all the angles, angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D are of equal measure and they are 90 degree. So this is the question number 2. All 5 terms we have defined, and that terms also we have defined first, which were needed in defining these 5 terms. So this way we have to give answer if this type of question is asked. First we have to define that terms which are required in definition, then we have to give the definition